Now, what was it like for you growing up in the city of Harlem? Paint the
Oh
picture
man,
for me.
I mean, it was, it's funny. I loved growing up in Harlem, like from a baby all the way to now. It's not too many places that you could be born that can like prepare you for life. You know what I mean? And what I mean by the roughness in life, sometimes the smoothness, sometimes the roughness, and Harlem will let you know. Like if shit is whack, shit is corny, you know what I mean, you soft, you know what I mean, you ain't no hustler, or they let you know you getting it, you moving, you working, you doing what you do. Like this fashion, it's music, you know what I mean? Like you got the whole Harlem Renaissance from back in 1920 where it all originated from jazz music and just arts and craft and everything. So just the whole brand of Harlem, when you hear Harlem, it just stands for like swag, like fashion, like you know what I mean, and shit. And like I said, just growing up there, man, you had to be tough, like growing up in Harlem. You dig what I'm saying? And a lot of shit, I mean, from my past things that happened. I'm from 142nd and Lenox, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Lenox, you know what I mean? And it was crazy over there growing up, and I'm actually just blessed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Anybody still alive in the hood is blessed to be here because growing up it was rough, but I'm pretty sure it was like that pretty much in every hood. You get what I'm saying? But the thing about Harlem is a Harlem nigga when we go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yo, uptown. You uptown. I know you uptown, just by the way we talk. We got our own language, our own dances and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's the swag, how we move, what we wear, how we talk. It's just a whole planet. Like Harlem, I know that's why it's called Harlem World. Like the shit is its own planet. So just growing up there, man, was crazy. It was tough, but it made me who I am today, and I appreciate it. I wouldn't change nothing in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Was it, okay, tough is one thing. Was it rough for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. My moms and my grandmoms made things a lot easier for me. I want to say, I didn't really struggle, you know what I mean, financially growing up. I'm so blessed to have them to help me out with that. So I'm not gonna say I had it rough like others may have had it. You know what I mean? I won't say that, but I will say certain altercations happened where I had to become a man, you know what I mean, or stay a boy, and that where things got rough at, but I always kept shit to myself. Like I'm not one of them dudes that I don't let people really, you know what I mean, try to get in my life and dictate what I do and see what's up with me. I like to stay cool, you know what I mean? You meet me, we get close, you can know about me, whatever. It don't matter, but if I don't know you, I don't really broadcast that. But shit was rough here and there, but I didn't struggle probably like a lot of other people struggled, and I mean I'm blessed for that, for God, my moms and my grandmoms.
Now, what about schooling? What type of student were you in school?
Oh, yo, listen, man. You know what's funny? I was an honor roll student until probably 10th grade, I think. But all through elementary, through junior high school, I went to PS 197 elementary. I went to IS 195 junior high school, and then I went to Washington Irving for high school. And I was an honor roll student until I probably hit like 10th grade. And I wasn't one of them dudes that, got older and felt like it's time to wild out. It's just that I just became, I was like very smart, intelligent. I always knew how to go to the next grade, probably without working as hard as the person that's sitting over there. You get what I'm saying? I hated homework. Like I hated homework with a passion. I never understood homework. I get it, you take it home, you study it, that's why you come back to class and you do it. But it's like, God damn, I done did this 5 hours straight in here. Why do I need to go home? So I wasn't doing homework and everything. But one thing, when I got to class, whatever the teacher asked me, I knew everything, you know what I mean? So my studying was really in class. When I got home, I just used to try to do homework quick and so I could play video games. So I was an honor student all the way up to 10th grade. In 10th grade, it was just pretty much like I said, I just learned, how Floyd said, work smarter, not harder. That's what I figured out in school. I ain't gonna teach y'all my key because I want y'all to do what y'all got to do, you know what I mean, and the kids to do what they got to do in school. So I'm not saying don't do your homework because I did my homework, but in the 10th grade, I learned how to maneuver without kind of doing it here and there. You know what I'm saying? So, I was a good student. I won't say great. I'll say good. Rounded off for everything, I was a good student.
Graduated high school?
Yeah, I graduated. You know, it's crazy. I had to go to summer school before I graduated. In order to graduate, sorry. And I kind of hurt my mom's, man, because I didn't go down the aisle. And shout out to Miss Baum. That was my English teacher in high school. All I had to do was, and we had these shits called double entries that we had to do. And I had to do like 50-something of them shits I owed her. And that's all I had to do to graduate. And I couldn't do it. And I let my moms down at that time. But then when I got my diploma after I finished summer school, it was all good.
Attempted college?
Yes, I went to college.
Graduated college?
No, I went for 2 months.
Oh, 2 months.
Yo, matter of fact, yeah, I went for like, honestly, I probably went for like 4 months maybe. I was one, like I said, man, I knew how to maneuver and how to move and stuff. And college was more so for my moms and my grandmoms. They didn't pretty much force me to go, but you could tell my mother really wanted me to go to college. And my grandmother, my mom's always said this one thing: you either go to school or get your ass out and get a job. School, you know what I'm saying? Just so I could still live there, get, all the privileges and stuff. And so I chose to actually go to college, try to take the easy route so I don't have to work really. But that didn't pan out for me. I wasn't really cut for college, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't have the patience to be in school. I'm in class, I'm tired, I done been up all night. I'm listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's my favorite group. I'm zoning, I'm chilling, video games. You know what I mean? And I'm older, but still into the video games. The Maddens at that time and everything. You remember the 2K I remember they had it for the Dreamcast and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was all that shit back then. I was in the video games, so I wasn't really into school. And when I didn't finish college, my mom's actually wasn't really disappointed. She said, yo, it's your life, you know what I mean? She wasn't on me about it, and God bless, look where I'm at now. So I'm not saying that not going to school was the right decision or not finishing was the right decision, but sometimes, you don't know what you have planned or what God has in store for you, and sometimes when it look like you rerouting and going the wrong way, sometimes the GPS let you know you actually going the right way. So I was blessed and fortunate to, actually not finish college, but still, make something out of myself. So blessed.
Now, let me ask you this. There's different advice when it comes to college. What do you say to somebody watching this interview and they're thinking about enrolling to college? Now, some people say, go to college, you need college. Right. Some people say, you don't need college. Some people say, maybe a trade school. Some people drop out and become very successful, like Bill Gates.
Right.
And other people graduate college, get a degree, and don't end up getting a job they got the degree in. What do you say to that person thinking about enrolling?
What I would tell somebody trying to enroll into college, or that want to enroll but they don't know what they want to do, I would tell them, look, you young, obviously. You can go to college whenever you want, you know what I mean? But you're young, obviously. You got to be 17 or 18 years old, leaving high school. And college is a great place to actually go to, but you have to know yourself. And I tell people that in life in general. Do not try to do something somebody else did, because that don't mean that it's cut out for you. You have to know yourself. I can't sit here and tell somebody, yo, go to school and you get what I'm saying? Because I also know people that didn't go and are so successful today that didn't. But follow your dreams and follow your heart. If your heart is telling you, yo, this is what I want to do, then you do that shit and you give that shit 1,000%. But if you don't want to go to school, please let me know what's your plan. Because if your plan don't add up, you get what I'm saying? If it's not a well thought out plan, or it's a plan that don't fit what you're trying to do, I say, hey, man, you might need to go to school, bro. You might need to go to school. I don't think that's cut out for you. So that's what I would say. Hey, what's your plan if you don't go to school? If the plan sounds successful, I would tell that person, get that plan 1,000%. You get what I'm saying? Whatever you do, know what you gave up to go for that shit, and you go for it. You get what I'm saying? But if you want school, then you go for that shit. And you know what I mean? And that's what I would tell somebody, because I know some people probably be like, you encouraging the person not to go to school, but at least I'm not lying to the person. You get what I'm saying? You got to remember, some people are forced to go. And sometimes those people that are forced to go to school, you know why they fail? Because it was never in them to really go in the first place, and they trying so hard not for them. Once you become a certain age, do what you do for yourself, unless you got children. Then do what you got to do for yourself. You know what I mean? If you got to do something for your moms because she's sick or you can't, then you do that too. And, you know, God forbid that's the situation. But do for yourself, man, because if you fail, you know what's going to happen? You're going to look back at the person and go, I failed. You know what they're going to look back at and say? What you want me to do? It was your decision to go. That's what you decided to do. So I would tell a person, hey, just have a plan if you don't want to go to school. And if you don't want to go, it's up to you. Just make something of yourself, though, whatever you do.
Looking back in hindsight, 2020, was that the right decision for you to make, or do you wish you would have completed college? Just curious.
Actually, I kind of think it was the right decision for me to make. Not more so of like, look at me, I'm a rapper on MTV, I'm battle rap, one of the top battle rappers, I'm on the radio. No, not in that sense. But just the way my life has gone, that I'm blessed to just still be here in good health and good spirit, and, you know what I mean, doing interviews like this and just being able to talk to people and give knowledge to people, and knowing that I didn't go to school and get a degree to actually kick knowledge and for people to want to listen to me. That's a blessing. You get what I'm saying? So going to school, I might have not been sitting on this couch today. I don't know. So what I got to do is say, I'll take the not going to school because I'm here today, kicking knowledge and talking, you know what I mean, and becoming something, you know, in life. So I take that any day.
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
My two jobs that I always ended up doing, I started working summer youth at 14. Summer youth was the shit. If you had a summer youth job, you was popping because first of all, you got your little checks. What you got for summer youth? You got 4 checks. I think it was 4 checks for summer youth. And it used to double up, triple up, and quadruple up. So you was excited for that 3rd and 4th check was huge. You go to sneaker, you go get your cell phone, you go to the sneaker store, you rocking. So I had a job at 14 doing maintenance. But I always did maintenance, and then I worked with kids, man. You know what I mean? I loved that job, man. Big shout out to Harlem Children's Zone. You know, it's funny. I took that job, and I actually came back working in the school that I used to attend that I graduated from. I ended up graduating for PS 197 as a child, and I came back to give to PS 197 and work with the youth just as well. You get what I'm saying? And the work that I put in there, anybody could tell you when I was in that school, you know, kids was lost, and I was the one. I was like Mr. Clark, or Lean On Me. I was like Mr. Clark, you know what I'm saying? You smoke crack, don't you jump, Sam? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm grabbing the kids, I'm talking to them, I'm giving them, life lessons, and it was just a blessing working. So maintenance and working with children is all I did, and I haven't had a job. It's I think I last worked in probably that was 2004, maybe something like that, or 6. This is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I keep it real. I had a job. I worked in the hospital for 1 year, but I had to leave because I always was traveling and out of town. But I was putting that rap money to the side and let that build up, and taking that work money and spending that at the job, you know what I'm saying? So I was in the emergency room. I was in working in the emergency room and shit, doing maintenance and shit. And niggas in there, bullet wounds and shit, arm bleed. Eclipse, what up, boy? Your boy hurt, but it's all good, my nigga. You keep doing what you doing, you know what I'm saying? So my supervisor like, yo, every night, it's just dudes, everybody just saying something to you. I'm like, it's love, man. I'm just blessed, you know what I'm saying? To still work here. And just like, I'm really working in the hospital with people wanting pictures and everything, you know, but the pictures, I was like, nah. You can catch me. I get off of work in the morning. You holler at me then when I'm dressed. You ain't gonna have me in a little, uniform and shit with the joint on. So I also, maintenance, children, and I also did maintenance in the hospital.
Did you get fired from these jobs, or did you quit these jobs?
Nah, I pretty much, you know what? Working with the kids, I did get let go. I keep it 1,000. But I more so got let go because I stopped working. Like, I just was trying to teach the kids so much. It wasn't a stressful job in terms of it was stressing me out, but it's hard getting to the youth. You understand what I'm saying? When you're trying to tell them one thing, but they see another. It's hard. Some of the parents is really going through it. They in the household seeing that. Some of the children are really confused about, just life in general. So I was really more so focused on the kids than my actual paperwork in terms of, handing in, the timing that I had to hand in stuff and give them notes and reports and everything. I forgot exactly what they had called it, but I wasn't handing in my reports, basically. You get what I'm saying? So they had they let me go. They let me go cool though. I got unemployment. Nigga was killing on unemployment. You know what I'm saying? I got unemployment. I was like, hey, I got unemployment. Hold on, I don't got no job. Nigga get food stamps too. Woo! So I was combining the unemployment with the food stamps. I had food stamps for like 6 months. Killing them with the honey turkey sandwiches, man, the cold joints or whatever, and going to the seafood market and getting wild steam shit. Yo, I'm got money. Let me get salmon, please, 2 pieces, wild broccoli, carrots. Yeah, I got the Obama card. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But that was dope. They let me go cool. But just the love that the children still have for me to this day when I bump into some of them. Oh my God, you on TV? You on this, that, the 30? He was my teacher, Like I'll be bumping into them and it'd be dope. And some of them write me on Instagram and everything. I write them back. They're like, yo, I can't believe it. I work with Charlie Clip. Like he was like my teacher. So that's still dope. You know what I mean? I love that.
Any crazy stories dealing with any of those jobs you just mentioned?
Crazy stories?
Anything out of the norm?
You know what? Just some of the children was wild. I can't even talk about some of the stuff that they were saying or try to get into, but just know they was wild. I love them all, but they was wild though. But I wouldn't trade that for the world. Like if I had the chance to and still could be who I am now and do what I do and still deal with them, I would do both. You know what I mean?
What's your message to the youth in the general sense?
The message to the youth, I would just pretty much say, live your life, live it righteously, live it right. Don't be afraid to be yourself. I think that's the key thing I would tell, because I think a lot of people in this world are living for others and not themselves. Perception is a motherfucker, man. Perception has the world going crazy because we damn near all living to please everybody else and want everybody else to think this of us. I would tell children, hey, live your life. And I think that, because that will go a long way in terms of education, getting jobs and everything. If you can just be yourself. You got some people, some children who probably think like, oh, I ain't going to school. That shit ain't, I ain't me, but want to go. But just to please they homeboys who not going, they decide not to go because it's like if I go, I'm lame, or if I don't hang out with these dudes, I ain't popping. Nah, man, just live your life, do what you want. Like I'll be living, man. I don't be caring what nobody say. Like I'm just blessed, and I just try to stay out of trouble as much as I can in life. And I would just give that message to them, yo, be yourself. Don't live for others unless it's your mother, your grandmother, unless it's your children. Hopefully some of y'all kids out there don't have those by now. But if it's your child, you live for them. Other than that, you live for yourself. Don't live for others. Don't be scared of perception. Don't worry about what anybody think about you. Do you. And that's what I would tell them.